What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the EA FC Career Mode. It's episode number 62, returns today on the back of our big return to winning ways against Sassuolo, and we've got him again in our following game as we'll kick off with this. There's loads to get through today. This Coppa Italia last 16 clash at the San Siro, deadline day with 40 million in the budget, and more big Serie A games too. Let's kick things straight off here. Yep, finally returned to winning ways after none in 3, but now we've got to build on that. Oh, Ramos, no you didn't. Oh, one of the goals of the season. And it might be the knockout blow for Sassuolo in the cup as well, if it's the only goal of the contest. And if it is the only goal of the contest, that's a goal worthy of winning a game. Look at this. See you later, mate. He flicks it over his man, then flicks it onto himself to volley it in top corner. Yeah, I'll be honest, he's been not great for me this season. But every now and then, flashes of brilliance from a clearly brilliant player. That was naughty. Win that. Get it on the deck. There we go. Now Bennett. Ball to Ramos. And Leao takes it in stride. Game. Clips it in off the post. And that should do it now. Milan 2, Sassuolo 0. We're going through to the quarters. Yeah, Sassuolo haven't really had an answer in this one here. I often talk about this a lot, but like you learn from evidence, you know, you learn from evidence, and so if you've just beaten a team and you face them again soon afterwards, you feel confident that you'll beat them again. You know, if you lose to them, then you worry. You know, we just beat Sassuolo, so that's why I'm like, yeah, we can then beat them again in the following game. You know, you learn from that evidence. If you've done it before, you can do it again. Scalvini finds Syncope, and at the moment we're just in complete control here. In complete control. We might be able to get a third goal to make this even sweeter of a victory. Ramos, Chukwueze with the finish. Game over. 3-0 Milano, puts in the quarters. Nico gets away with the free ball to Longo off the bench, who we signed from Sassuolo, if you remember. And it'll be amazing if he gets his first goal for the club against them. And instead, it offloads to Volpato at the far post is Lombardi, and that will do it. What a performance here at the San Siro. First mighty big win in a while, but this was a great display. Yep, learning through evidence like I talked about. We beat them before, we can beat them again. Big 4-0 victory puts in the last 8. And I believe that will have the draw directly afterwards, because in the Coppa Italia there's no replays. You just go straight through. So yeah, we'll find out who we've got in the quarterfinals directly after this advance. It's also deadline day now too. So in the final 8 we'll be taking on... Oh, that's a tough time. I mean, really, that's a tough 8 teams there. Whoever we would have got, it would be tough. But Juve away in Turin, one of the favourites. Bring them on. So with deadline day here and 41 million in the transfer budget, I'm not going to make any big signings and just bring a couple of youngsters for the squad. And, you know, I really want him. I really do. And right now, Luton Town, he's not playing. 18 years old, 72 rated, one of the best and brightest prospects from the academy. I was so big on him in our youth team back at Luton, and I don't want him to be stunted there at Power Court. I'm going to bring him in and try and loan him out. Shabalala! I'll have to pay around market valuation. That's totally fine with me. 4.5 mil. No sell-on clause, and we shall take it. Shabalala. We are going to get him on the pitch for a pro game at some point. A Luton Town, he was the one in the academy I was most excited about, and I was never going to leave him behind. I had to bring him with me at some point. His dad scored one of the most iconic goals in recent World Cup history. If you've not seen it, I'll leave a link in the description. Nkosana Shabalala, an exciting prospect, the young South African left-footed player as well, absolutely rapid with fantastic agility, balance, crossing and curve too. This guy is definitely one to look out for in the future. So excited to have him in, man. And if he does score a goal for us, I'm sure he will at some point, I will bust out a bit of Clive Tyldsley. A goal for all of Milan. With our budget now down to 36 million. I think I might go after the backup striker I want for Goncalo Ramos. Alessandro De Angelis at Arsenal right now. Obviously, they're not getting any game time at the Emirates Stadium, but coming here, he's not valued that much more in his current market valuation. I feel we've got just about enough money to bring him in. I'm going to go for it on deadline day. We should have just about enough here, I'd say. If we go straight in with a flat £30 million fee and... Well, that was me saying that Arsenal didn't value him. They value him a lot more than the market valuation. I got the wrong intel from my chief exec, clearly. Arteta says no, he's off back to London. Do you know what? In that case then, I'm not going to bother with any more deadline day deals. We will leave it there. We've got a new squad winger in, but whilst the depth is my only real concern here, the team is getting back to good form. I think we're alright, personally. I think we'll be okay with this and what we currently got in the youth team right now as well. If we do need any emergency cover, we shall leave it there. And deadline day will be ending pretty quickly in the end. Yep, deadline day will come to an end. As you see, a massive deal there. Declan Rice moving on from Leverkusen to Valencia for 62.5 mil. And Valencia themselves sold Thierry Carrera for 33 mil. So the big moves on deadline day include that Rice deal, plus Cocu moving from Arsenal to Liverpool for 75.6 mil. And the Batman, Martin Baturina. We loved him with Bournemouth in my FM save. He's gone to Athletic Bilbao for £78.8 million. And there we go. Deadline day comes to an end. And after our latest patch of scouting, just put one more player in our academy. That is DeLuca. To be fair, looks really, really solid in the academy right now. Very exciting indeed, I must say. So he's CAM 52 rated. I'm surprised at a very low starting overall, to be honest here. But other than that, his potential looks absolutely fantastic. I might possibly retrain him to play as a winger, possibly as an inside forward on the right. But yeah, at the moment, the academy is looking really, really solid. So following game, 1st of February, Monza away. Big clash here, just won back-to-back, but we're still 10 points behind Napoli. If we are to get back in the title race, we need to keep this run going. Forza Milan. Free kick, Milan, 24 yards from goal. And you know what? Remember earlier this season, I gave one to Cox and then a man. Yeah, look at that's happened again. That's exactly what happened earlier this season. I gave a free kick to Cox and everyone just walked away. I have no idea why that is. But Joel's going to take it. And he got it over the wall, but basically no foul at all. Why is that? The only thing I can imagine is like when the player comes off the free kick, he then goes into the area, so a man in the wall has to mark him. But why would two go and not just one? Very strange. But anyway, chance here after that deflection. Leao, Ugarte, great save by Trubin. As Cox can't win it back. Good start from Milan, but still tied at 0-0. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Oh man, you know this has been an issue since the save began. So really since the beginning of the first patch in the base game. But basically when that ball's worked inside, that's when I start asking Mike to come out, and he just stands still, and he's basically about to start jogging on the spot, and he would have done so had the shot not come in early. EA have got to fix that. Listen, little bugs, little glitches here and there, little comical errors in the game. They're not major flaws, but that is a flaw. That is a flaw that needs to be fixed. Goalkeepers not rushing out when you command them to do so. That can't be allowed to continue, man. Because that literally, I mean, that just breaks the command, you know? Players shouldn't be able to break your command and ignore your instruction, you know? That's ridiculous. As Cox is brilliantly there, and Simons is denied. Chance remains alive. Leao shot blocked and cleared away. Monza once again escaping. We've been the better team out there, but still find ourselves behind. Yes, until now. Rafael with a finish. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Milan with a leveller right before the break. Needed that. This is one of those games here where I don't give much advice because I don't think I'm that good of a player. I'm all right, but for these moments here, I feel like I should. Like sometimes when you're playing well and you're unlucky not to be, you know, level or in front, don't change things tactically. Just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe change personnel if one or two players are letting you down out there. Maybe if you've missed some chances with your current striker, you know, bring your bench boy off the bench. But if you're doing fine, you just haven't had the rub of the green, keep going. You know, keep going. You're doing all the right things, you just haven't got the reward yet. And sometimes that's just life, you know. It's football, it's FIFA, it's life. And I really do feel as though that's a good lesson for my young kings and queens out there. This is not limited just to FIFA. But if you're doing all the right things, you're putting yourself in the right positions, you're performing to the best of your ability. Oh, what a finish. You just haven't had the rub of the green. Don't change things. You're doing fine, just haven't had the luck yet. You know, we're back on level terms here, but I'm not changing things. It's 2-2, yes. Lead's gone instantly, but we're playing fine. There's no need to change things here. As Soppy finds Simons in a really open contest here. And Cox is denied. If not for Trubin, we'd be clear and home and dry right now. Still 2-2, but he's made some massive saves here to keep Monza level. It's just an unfortunate game where we didn't get what we deserved. And sometimes you just got to take that, man. Played really well, got loads of good chances, just unfortunately didn't end up with a win. When those sort of moments happen, when those sort of games occur, you just have to take it, man. It's tough to take, it's tough to accept. If you've done your best, you've genuinely played well. Just don't have the rubber to green. One of those things. Take it, move on. Yep, just got to put it right in the next one. Following game, back at the San Siro, Udinese at home. Still outside the top 4 with 15 games to go. Got to get back in ASAP. Cox sent down the right. Looking to beat his man with a bit of skill, and he does. Wonderful work from Cox. Brilliant from Cox. Fantastic. And Ramos drills home to the top corner. Joel Cox, one of the top scorers in the league, and the joint assist maker, who's just got himself, I think, his 11th assist of the season. He's balling out of the San Siro, and Goncalo Ramos gets another in an inconsistent campaign. Great work from Cox to beat his man. Once he's in behind, just waits and waits and waits, and offloads to the spare man in the middle. Goncalo with another, Milan in front. What a season Joel Cox is having, man. Honestly, this is better than I could have expected from the short king, and most crucially, he hasn't been injured yet. He has not gone down yet. But the key word there is yet, as Simons should make this 2, and does. And Milan should return to winning ways. Yep, take your lesson and move on. Played well in the last game, just didn't win. That doesn't mean you've got to change things, just how it is sometimes. Just make sure you stay with that level of intensity in the following game if you don't get your reward in the previous one. Simons would have finished 2-0 Milan. Oh, Cox goes down there. And every time Cox hits the deck, I do worry, but as the free kick's taken quickly, Simons! Oh! Xavi Simons just levers one in top corner. And Milan 3-0 up as the boys will come and celebrate with me on the sidelines as well. Absolute rocket from Simons. An intelligent play to take the free kick quick. Cox slides through Xavi. And our number 8 drills in our third. 3-0 Milan inside 23 minutes. Absolutely dominant display. Oh, lovely ball that, and clean sheet goes with 2 minutes to go. Not going to matter, but it's always so frustrating when you throw away a clean sheet late on, isn't it? Like, that's one of my, I don't know if you call it a pet peeve, but when you lose concentration right at the end in a game where you've been in complete control of, and end up throwing away a clean sheet. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Of course, it could in terms of goal difference, but it's not a huge deal, but it is still frustrating. Regardless, we will take the 3-1 victory and say to Juve, we're coming for you. Nice little undefeated streak for Milano, even if the winning run was ended. And now we travel to Turin for that quarter-final contest. Bring them on. Following game, here we go. Coppa Italia quarter-final. Asked to win the treble this season. That is a very tough ask of this Milan side currently rebuilding. But got to make it through tonight to keep those treble dreams alive. Juve in Turin. So here's an idea I have, which I actually want to throw out to you guys and see what you think about this. But like, look, we've all got ideas on how to improve career mode, and you know, let's be honest here, there are big things that we'd love implemented in the game, but you know, they would be quite hard to do, you know, to begin with, right? Things like online career mode, for example, but little things that can make the game better. To me, one thing I've always wished they would look into is if they're going to keep manager objectives, which definitely this year I've seen so much criticism for some of them. Why can't you like negotiate with the board, you know, what those objectives are? You know, the board said to me this season treble, and I've got no conversation. I can't say anything. I can't say, hang on a minute, guys, aren't we supposed to be rebuilding this year? I can't say anything. I just got to live with it, you know. Why not be able to negotiate those objectives? Why not be able to say to the board, listen, I might not be able to win you a treble this season, but you know, how about, you know, one Coppa Italia or perhaps the Europa League, and just get in the top 4 of the Serie A? How about that? You know, I'd love to be able to like negotiate with the board and say, this is what I think I can do, and what will be a bit more realistic as well. 15 minutes in, still 0-0. Good stop there in what is, I'm sure, going to be a very close contest tonight. Oh! Tackle, mate, William. Pobega sends Leao down the flank. He's going to need a man in the middle, though, and there's 3 red shirts getting in there. Cox. Pobega! Conti with the save. And it's cleared away. Bright start this from Milan, but you got to take those sort of chances, man. Hit it either side of the goalkeeper, that's probably 1-0. Straight at him. Half an hour in, and still deadlocked into rim. Cox, good tackle, but Leao can't win it back. And Cox again flies in. Still tied at 0-0, half an hour to go. So it's been a very nervy, tense game. We have been a better team, yes, but really, it's not been great. Cox, though, is throwing himself around all game long. Wonderful counter. And Cox! Big Cox with the big goal. Signing of the season, and it's not even close. That all came from his hustle to win it back. And I say this a lot, but there is no substitute for hard work and effort. And when you do put it in, you will be rewarded. Samuel does reward him. Offloads with a side heel. Cox with a lovely finish with the outside of the boot. Slicing it nicely. And Milan have the deserved lead. Joel Cox gives us the opener. I see, you know, a lot of discouragement about, you know, the grind if you're... And listen, my mindset has evolved a lot over the years. I used to be one of those hashtag team no sleep people, and I realised as I got a little bit older, as Mike makes a good save, just how detrimental that was to my health, both physical and mental. And so I'm certainly not like that anymore. Believe me, I really do prioritise rest now compared to the younger me, if you will. But one thing that I'll always be an advocate for is you've got to work hard and put the effort in. If you do that, Samuel can get away. You will be rewarded. I do believe that. I really, really do. I have to believe that. I have to. As we still lead by 1. As Leao. Oh, big interception. 10 to go. This has been a great second half. Don't exhaust yourself. Don't burn yourself out. 100% agree with that completely, but when you've got the capability, work as hard as you can, and I guarantee eventually at some point you will get rewarded for it. It just might take a little bit longer than you would like. Mike, Nico! You didn't need to do that, young man, but Milan survive. Tense cup quarterfinal, sorry. But separated by a Joel Cox hustle and strike. Milan come to Turin and win. And we advance to the final 4. Get in! Yeah, so much has changed for me over the years, you know, like genuinely so much has changed for me. I really feel like I have kind of grown as a person a little bit, but the one thing that will never change is that I'm a firm believer that you just have to work hard. If you're to do anything noteworthy in life, and if you do want those rewards, as the Luca Grows 2 ratings day, you've got to put a shift in, you know. You've got to hustle. And as we make it through to the final 4, courtesy of some hustle from Cox, Milan have got the league leaders Napoli away. It doesn't get any easier. Lazio versus Fiorentina, the other tie. And we'll travel to Naples. The first team to beat us as Milan manager for the final 4. Two-legged affair, of course. Bring them on. Following games, Genoa away, back to matters in the league and aim to get back in the top 4 for the first time in a very long time. Forza Milan. It's been a very long time since we've been in the top 4. And, look, right there. Can I just say, I'm holding down triangle right now, and this is just, like, and it's very hard for me to break this habit, because I'm sure some of you out there might be thinking, well, just don't do it anymore, don't hold triangle if it's broken, but it's very hard to break that habit when it's never been like this before, prior to this FIFA, but that just shouldn't be happening, you know, that just shouldn't be happening. Genoa have the lead 6 minutes in. It's been a long time since we've been outside the top 4, and that wait may be continuing here, unless, instant leveller, absolute rocket from Goncalo Ramos. An inconsistent season, but our number 9 drills in an instant response. No. You're not going to beat Hincapie like that, mate. He's a great centre-half, him. The Ecuadorian. As Leao finds Ramos. Pabega, surely! Oh, no, he's put it wide. And that reaction says it all. How did I not finish that, or at least hit the target? Kelleher relieved, because that should have been 2-1. 5 minutes to go before the break. Can't afford to slip up here, man. Drew with Monza. Can't draw with Genoa as well. 2 points taken from 6. Isn't enough. We need to win. Oh, no. 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 Oh, no. I just blocked my golf. I just blocked my goalkeeper. Should have taken the lead on one end. Surrender at level scoreline on the other. Watch this with Mike here. I blocked him getting back to the line here with Scalvini. If I'm not in the way there, I think he makes it. That is completely my fault. I know we've had some unlucky moments this season, but that is completely my fault. I just screened my goalkeeper and I paid the price for it. Genoa back in front. Genoa are holding on to a big 3 points. And I'll just be satisfied at this point to claim a point. Great save by Kelleher on Ramos. Diving at his feet bravely. If I don't win this game, only myself to blame. It's a couple of great chances. This time, yes! Right, now let's see if we can win this late. Thriller in Genoa. Corner, Milan, 3 minutes to go. I brought Cox off the bench here. We know his deliveries are good. He's got more assists than anyone else in the Serie A. And he's just got another! It's redemption for Ramos in Genoa. Milan win it right at the end. And our number 9, who's come under fire, has just headed in the winner. Milan have won it. No, 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 come on. Come on, just fire that winner. Don't take it away from us right now. Cross headed up in the air by Scalvini. And we get it back to the keeper. There we go. No, it's going to do it. Come on. Massive win. And Goncalo claims the match ball as Milan claim the 3 points. He's come under fire this season, mainly from me. But that's a massive win there. You know, like when a player's underperformed for a while, but then he has a great breakout game. Big performance in a big win. And the players mob him. I love to see that. They'll crowd him out in the tunnel, I'm sure, and pour some water over his head because he deserves it. Finest hour for Ramos, that. Yeah, you know when you see it in the NBA a lot when like the player's being the best man on the court and he's doing the post-match interview with the reporter. Alex Scott there should have to back out of the way quickly, knowing that the teammates of Ramos were going to surround her and chuck the water over the head, man, because he deserves some praise. I've criticised him a lot this season, man, and rightfully so at times, but 6 goals in 16, it's not great, but 3 of those goals come in there. Previously he was on 3 in 15, that's averaging 1 in every 5. That's not enough, let's be honest, but I still back him. I still back him, man. And whether it will be a one and done under me, I still back him. Man, games have been brilliant today, so let's just do one more. Our final game of February, and we'll end with a draw for the last 16 in the Europa League as well. Hellas Verona at the San Siro, our final game today, and our final game in February. Yeah, some fantastic games today. Really, really good, as we're on a nice little unbeaten streak here now with Milan. In fact, well, I'll get to it in a minute, but... oh, yes, he's finally hitting his stride. About time. But Goncalo Ramos is saying, I don't know what took me so long, but finally I can embrace the turf here at the San Siro as I'm getting it right. Oh, finally. And this is why you back your boy and you stay with your man, even throughout his struggles. I backed him, I kept playing him, and now he's returning. Well, starting to get his form sorted. Goncalo with another. Love to see it, mate. Absolutely love to see it. There's Kone's ball will find Simons. Oh! No! No! He's just too good. Cox again. Ridiculous. Simon sees him getting into the middle, and I thought I just overhit that ball inside, but no, timed it perfectly, weighted it perfectly, and Joel Cox once again, with the acrobatics, makes it 2. This guy, man, signing of the season, it's not even close. Some of the goals we've scored have been, I mean, absolutely top draw. Let's be honest. Like some of the finishes throughout the course of this season alone have just been incredible, man. And to think that goal there is probably not even his best, or maybe not even his second best, kind of sums up the quality of some of the goals this season. Absolutely fantastic, man. You love to see it. But most importantly, a goal is a goal, regardless of how it gets scored. And as things stand, we're hopefully, going into the top 4 and long overdue going to return to a Champions League place. As Ramos gets away, that'll do it. That will do it. Milan on fire. This man picking it up. We are surely heading back into the top 4. Oh, nice ball inside that. Mike does well and pounced on the loose ball too. 8 minutes to go before the break. Ramos looking for back-to-back hat-tricks here. And Leao. I'm done. I am actually finished. That is ridiculous. What was I saying earlier about the quality of goals we scored this season? He's just said to Cox, your acrobatic effort isn't even the best in the game, let alone the season. How on earth has he just squeezed that in from there? That is possibly goal of the entire season. That is incredible. Oh, Vega is... No! Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, if there was ever a game for that to work, it'll be this one. A dawn display with beautiful goals. And that is the closest I've come in, I think, at least 2 FIFAs. As that was dropping, I thought that was going to go in. Oh my goodness. Have another go. No. Oh my god. Simons, you have a go next. No, that was going to go over. Oh my god. Wow, what a game. What a fantastic contest. And that will do it. Mate, I was so close. Oh my god. That was dropping out of the sky. Man, my heart started pounding quicker than it does when I go on a first date. Right, we shall leave it there for today and we'll end on the Europa League last 16 draw. Are we back in the top 4, by the way? We'll have a look here real quick. We're back in the top 4. Yes, we are. We are indeed with 12 to go. Right, let's end it here. Let's end it here. Okay, that's fine. We'll end it here with the Europa League last 16 draw, where AC Milan are going to be taking on... Please give us a favourable tie, because I need to win this. Ooh, that's a good one. Celtic. We took on Rangers with Luton back in the Conference League semis, and we got Celtic in the last 16, 2 years later with Milan. Right, guys, we shall leave it there. So big thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. What an episode it was, man. And yeah, there'll be loads of big games coming in the next one, including that tie against Celtic, as we try and stay in the title race and advance to the quarters of the Europa League as well. Sorry, my mind's been frazzled. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode, hopefully as good as this one, very soon.